Hello everyone. Welcome back to another Commander review. We're in the Legend set, and we're today talking about Nebuchadnezzar, who is got a lot of text and is a legendary human wizard, 3/3 that costs 3 generic, 1 blue, 1 black. Nebuchadnezzar, I'm going to read from the Oracle text, which is not what you guys are seeing on the screen here. So for X, tap, you choose a card name. Target opponent reveals X cards at random from their hand. Then that player discards all cards with that name revealed this way. Activate only during your turn. So, really the best way that this is going to be effective is pay enough mana to either get the majority of their hand or all of their hand. And there are some card rulings, so let's go cover those before we talk about a card that synergizes. You do not name a card until the ability resolves. Once you name a card, it's too late for the targeted opponent to respond. And that is very important. If you look back, it might be a little hard for you guys to see, but it is clearly X, comma, tap symbol, colon. So once that happens, the ability goes on the stack, and the name a card is part of that ability. So once that goes on the stack, then players can respond to it. But as soon as it starts to resolve, then you name a card. So if you're playing with Nebuchadnezzar as your commander, keep that in mind. Put the ability on the stack, let your opponents interact, and if they don't, then you name a card. And once you name that card, it's too late. Second is you may activate the ability only during your turn, but you may do so anytime you have priority. So you can do it at instant speed, but you can only do it on your turn. Obviously the card I picked for this is Telepathy, because your opponents play with their hands revealed. Then you never have to guess what card is in your opponent's hand. You just know. But that's why it's so crucial to be able to pay the mana for the whole hand, or most of the hand. Because even if you name a card correctly, if you don't pay the full amount of mana, you might not get the card just because of random chance. So be careful with that. The deck that I have Nebuchadnezzar in is a Human Tribe deck in Dimir. So Horn of Gondor, get a lot of tokens out there. Mass Appeal, draw a bunch of cards for your humans. And then Species Specialist is a human, but you can also name human and then have some fun aristocrat synergies with that. A very popular deck that I know would go well for Nebuchadnezzar is discarding. Seer's Vision will help with, it's just redundancy with Telepathy. Everyone, your opponents play with their hands revealed. Megrim will allow you to lead your opponents out for every time they discard a card. So, you can build your win con around cards like Megrim or the Rack kind of effects. And then Geth's Grimoire, take more advantage of discarding your opponent's hands by replenishing your own hand. So, very fun. You will draw a lot of hate from this commander with a discard deck. Guaranteed. And then finally, you can do Wizard Tribal. It is a human wizard. So you can do the Archmage of Echoes to copy your wizard spells. Bloodline Necromancer to give you some protection. And Stony Brook Banneret as mana ramp, cost reduction. Very fun. And that's going to do it for Nebuchadnezzar. There's some unique deck ideas. Obviously, Dimir Humans is always cool. Very tokeny aristocrat style. Discard is very common in these colors, but Wizard Tribal you usually want like red in there. And so just having the blue-black is fun. It is an expensive ability to use Nebuchadnezzar. If you're doing the discard route, it's much easier because you can reduce their hand size down to 1, and then you just pay 1 mana and tap Nebuchadnezzar. But in general, outside of that scenarios, you may be paying a lot more mana to look at your opponent's hand, so bear that in mind. All in all, though, I think Nebuchadnezzar is a lot of fun. I think it's kind of oppressive if you play with it correctly, so you may get a target on your back. Just play smart with Nebuchadnezzar is my suggestion. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this and you want to see more, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified for more Magic the Gathering videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!